So before I tested the AirDoctor 3500 and AirDoctor 4000, I was looking for the best purifier for allergies for at home. And if you're probably looking for the same thing if you found this video. Let me go ahead and jump right to it. I had no idea how much an air purifier would change our allergies at home. I thought an air purifier was just an air purifier, right? Turn it on, it runs, and that's it. But after using these and paying attention to what has changed, there are a few things I would have chosen and paid attention to that would make this decision a whole lot easier. I'm going to break down the differences that actually matter. And if you want to check out the pricing or see what bundles they have, I left the link right below in the description so you can learn some more about both of these AirDoctors and more. But if you're still here, let's get into it. So when I first started looking at these, I was thinking the 3500 and the 4000. Well, the bigger number means it's going to be better, right? Okay, bigger number, probably better, right? But what it really comes down to is room size. Let me simplify it for you. The AirDoctor 3500 is great for small rooms, for spaces, offices. The AirDoctor 4000 is made for larger areas, more open spaces, things like that. But here's what I didn't expect. If you put the wrong purifier in the wrong size room, you are going to notice it. The air doesn't cycle the same. You don't get the same relief. So it's not really about which one is better overall, but which one is going to be best suited for the space that you have. That alone would have saved me the time of going back and forth trying to decide which model is going to be best for me. To save you a lot of time and say it in simpler terms, size does matter. Yes, the AirDoctor 4000 and the AirDoctor 3500 are going to do a very similar job, but for larger open layouts, let's just say you have a giant loft, let's just say you have a giant space in your living room or downstairs or upstairs, wherever that large space is going to be, you want to make sure that you have something that can do room coverage. Now for a smaller space, a more intimate space like a bedroom or office, maybe it could even be a hallway, you want to use something like the 3500. The second thing, filtration is similar, but the performance feels different. Both of these use medical grade HEPA filtration. So they are both removing the same kind of stuff. That's dust, pollen, pet dander. You can see my dog Jubilee walking around. Smoke particles, those smelly odors that you have when you're cooking food. Those smelly odors that you can have when you're cooking food. All of those things are removed and those are big allergy triggers. So I expected them both to feel the same. But in practice, they don't. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. The AirDoctor 4000 moves more air. You will notice it more when you walk into a room, especially a big open space. These are all typically major players that can trigger allergies. And I want to go back to what I said earlier. Both you have medical grade HEPA filtration and they both do an amazing job. The big thing that I want you to think about is consider the size of your room. That's going to make the biggest overall difference in performance. And that's what I mean, that they both perform at an amazing level, but they're going to have a little different feel based upon the room size. So please make sure you're paying attention to what size room you have. For a big room like this, I have my AirDoctor 4000. And for a smaller room and more compact room that we have upstairs, that's why I put this right in the hallway to do the filtration for us. The third thing I wish I knew is the noise and the day-to-day use. This is something that I don't see people talking a lot about. They are both quiet when they're on low settings. You can even hear them or not hear them right now. Both these units are on. But when the AirDoctors, and they recommend that you kind of set these and forget these, which is a huge positive, when the AirDoctor detects that there's allergens in the air, they can get a little loud. In other words, you're going to hear them. 4000, especially when it's on high. But that's for good reason. I'm not trying to sleep, and I probably won't be able to sleep if there are allergens in the air anyway. But it is noticeably louder. The 3500 feels more manageable, especially in a bedroom setting or a smaller room. But for both units, this is amazing for anybody who wants to have a little bit of light noise, which is great, especially when you're trying to sleep or want to take one of those daytime naps that we all are prone to have sometimes. And that's something to think about, right? There's nothing worse than being an allergy sufferer and then coming back home after you've been dealing with a lot of the elements that we just talked about. One of the best things that I can say about the AirDoctor 4000 and the 3500 was after 24 hours, we felt a huge difference. Because guess what? Well, how do I know? Nobody knows suffering like an allergy sufferer. The itchy nose, the watery eyes, trouble sleeping, the coughing. I know what you're talking about because that's what my family struggles with. The first 24 hours, not only did I feel a difference, but they felt the difference. Allergy sufferers, I'm talking to you. But after 48 hours, our experiences have been, we don't know how we can function without the AirDoctor 4000 and 4000 and the 3500. Easily, both of these AirDoctors have been the best purchases, so I can't really say there's a difference there, other than the fact is, whichever one you pick, you're gonna be much happier, breathe a lot easier, and have a lot better sleep. If you're trying to compare filter costs to figure out which one's gonna work best for you and for your home, I'll left the link right down below so you can check that pricing and you can see what works best for you. So which one is actually best for allergies? Here's the honest answer. If you have a smaller, it's a mid-sized room, like an office space or a hallway, you want to go with the AirDoctor 3500 in my opinion. It's smaller, it's quiet, just like the AirDoctor 4000, but it's for a smaller space and it can handle that like a boss. And if you have a larger space, the AirDoctor 4000 is going to be the best bet for you. This is for like large open loft areas, huge spaces, or a lot of kind of an open area that you want to make sure that the air is clean and pure. Both of these do a great job of purifying the air, and especially living at home with allergy sufferers, I can say this with so much affirmation that they do a great job, but it's going to boil down to what size works best for your room. So final breakdown. The 3500 is not weaker, it's just built for smaller spaces. The AirDoctor 4000 is not overkill. It's just built for larger spaces where you need to circulate more air. Both clean the air well. Both are amazing for allergy sufferers, but if you put the wrong size in the wrong space, it won't feel like it's working. If you're ready to figure out which one works best for you, I left a link right below in the description so you can check out what bundles they have and also check the current pricing. Look at the room size first. That is going to be the biggest factor. If you have questions about either one of these, I own these, I bought these myself, but if you have any questions, I'm here to help, and I love seeing how I can help other people live a cleaner and healthier life. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. If you like videos like this, don't be afraid to say it as well. By the way, before I let you go, does anybody suffer with allergies even outside of the spring or summer months? Let me know in the comment section. YouTube thinks you'll like this video next. Thank you for taking the time to watch.